AI image tools are everywhere right now. But here's the problem. Most of them can generate something that looks cool, yet almost none of them understand taste. They don't understand fashion context, they don't understand internet culture, and they definitely don't understand aesthetic direction. So when I heard about Higgsfield Soul 2.0, an AI model built specifically for creative, fashion-aware image generation, I had to test it. This tool claims to go beyond generic text-to-image results. It says it understands style. It says it understands editorial composition. It says it understands the difference between trendy and timeless. In today's video, I'm jumping inside the Higgsfield.ai platform, generating images live, testing different presets, exploring camera styles, and seeing whether Soul ID can actually create consistent AI characters. No hype, no filters, just real testing. Is Soul 2.0 actually built for creators? Or is it just another AI riding the trend? Let's dive in. Alright, so I'm now inside the Higgsfield.ai website. And this is where everything happens. We're using Soul 2.0, which is their new foundation image model built specifically for creative and fashion-aware image generation. Right away you can see the prompt box here where it says, describe the scene you imagine. This is where we'll control everything. Styling, camera type, mood, posing, even cultural aesthetics. Alright, this is where Soul 2.0 gets serious. This is the character feature. You upload 20 plus clear photos of one person from different angles. No filters, no sunglasses, no group shots. And Soul 2.0 learns that person. Not just the face, but the identity. Once it's trained, you can place that same character into any scene. Neon city, fashion campaign, studio shoot, and the face stays consistent. This is huge, because most AI tools change the person every time. Here, you build a digital model, and that changes everything. On the left, we have different preset categories like mood, styles, and camera. And this is important. These are not just filters. These are fully trained aesthetic directions. For example, I can switch between warm ambient, Y2, K, studio, swag era, digital camera, street photography. Each preset changes the entire visual language of the image, lighting, grain, color science, and composition. Now let's start with a simple prompt and see how Soul interprets it. Alright, so before generating, let's quickly look at the controls here. First, we can adjust the aspect ratio, whether we want 1:1, 4:5, 16:9, depending on whether we're creating for Instagram, YouTube thumbnails, or editorial layouts. Then we can control the quality, going up to 2K resolution, which is great if you want realistic AI photos that actually look usable for campaigns or branding. Now this is where Soul 2.0 really stands out. The presets. These aren't just filters layered on top. If I open this preset panel, you can see options like warm ambient, Y2, K, studio. Let me select one and generate. Okay, this is actually impressive. Look at the skin texture. The lighting feels intentional. The pose doesn't look stiff like typical AI models. This doesn't feel like a random image generator. It actually feels styled. Now imagine using this with Soul ID to keep a consistent AI character across multiple shoots. That's where this becomes powerful for creators building brands or AI influencers. Now this is the exact same prompt. I didn't change the description. I didn't change the styling instructions. The only thing I changed was the preset. And look at the difference. The previous version felt more street style, softer lighting, more natural glow. But with theatrical light, the image instantly feels more dramatic. Stronger shadows, more contrast, more runway energy. This is not just color grading, it actually changes the visual storytelling of the image. The pose feels more intentional. The lighting feels studio directed. The overall mood shifts completely. That's what makes Soul 2.0 powerful. You're not generating random images. You're directing aesthetics. I'm going to enter a completely new prompt. This time I want something bold, cinematic, neon lit, luxury street energy. Not just a good-looking image, but something that feels like a real fashion campaign shot in the middle of a city at night. So I'm describing, okay, hold on. This looks crazy good. Look at the neon reflections on the pavement. The lighting actually wraps around the subjects naturally. The skin doesn't look plastic. The pose doesn't look stiff. This doesn't feel like an AI image trying to look cinematic. It feels shot. So after running multiple tests, switching presets, changing lighting setups, and pushing different aesthetics, here's what stood out to me. Soul 2.0 doesn't just generate images, it interprets direction. When you change the preset, the mood shifts. When you reference a camera, the texture changes. When you guide the styling, it actually listens. That's not normal for most AI tools. Most generators react. This one collaborates. And that's a big difference. If you're building a visual identity, creating content consistently, or experimenting with fashion-forward aesthetics, this feels less like a gimmick and more like a production tool. Of course, no AI is perfect, but in terms of cultural awareness and stylistic control, Soul 2.0 is genuinely impressive. If you want to experiment with it yourself, you'll find the links in the description, including their official guide with prompt tips. Drop a comment and tell me which preset or aesthetic you liked the most. And if you want more honest AI breakdowns like this, hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.